Hi there, my name is Cheryl Stinchcomb and I am the creator of Profit Penning. And I help solopreneurs, online marketers, and small business owners to understand Pinterest so that they can really take advantage of this amazing social media platform that is so misunderstood. They can drive traffic to their website and Etsy account and also make money doing it.
All right, well, welcome back. And this is the third video of a series. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 8 ways to be able to attract your paying customers through very specific marketing strategies. The other strategy we're going to talk about is how do you engage your followers through images that's going to help increase your sales, because you have to get your followers to interact, click on a pin to be able to make the sale. So this is the third video in a series, as I said earlier. And so in these free training videos, I'm sharing how to market your business on Pinterest and how to start making a profit in a very short amount of time without spending a dime on marketing ads. So if you want to skip the mini videos and you've got more time on your hands, or you just want to set aside a portion of your day, then I want you to go to register and watch the entire webinar. Make sure you've got pen and paper because you're going to take a ton of notes. You can go to webinar.profitpenning.com and go ahead and register for the perfect time for you that you can set aside during the day. So if you have time now, let's keep going and let's continue moving forward with our training sessions. So when I first started working with Pinterest, it was in 2012. And I actually spent a lot of time and then really put together the program, the first program with Profit Penning in 2014. And when I started working on Pinterest, it was a time frame when people just thought it wasn't going to work. They couldn't see how pinning images would actually help someone to build a business, grow their brand online, or even make a sale. So when I started using it, what happened to me in a very short amount of time is that I ended up having more followers on Pinterest than my Facebook page. And it happened very quickly. And I didn't spend a penny like I did for Facebook. Like I would run ads to get likes on my Facebook page. Well, at that time on Pinterest, they didn't even offer Pinterest ads. So everything you did, you couldn't spend any money to get more traffic. The more time I spent, because I literally dedicated everything into Pinterest. I dropped Facebook, I dropped Instagram and every other, Twitter definitely, because I've never been successful on Twitter. But I dropped all of it and focused on Pinterest, and my website traffic increased within 2 months by 84%. Then the biggest surprise, which I knew I had to dedicate my time to build a brand, was I woke up one morning to see a $1,000 sale in my inbox. So pretty amazing in what Pinterest can do. So here's some really good news. So marketing online through social media has been really popular, obviously, for years. However, there's a lot of misconceptions. One of them is that if you are on social media that you're going to get rich. Well, that's not going to happen. Social media can help build your brand, but it's not going to, get you rich overall. There's going to be a multitude of different things that you need to do to be able to have a successful business. Also, many people believe that their images go viral, that their sales are going to increase. Well, here's the good news about that, is that you don't have to have a ton of images go viral. In fact, I was taking a look back last night, before doing this video today and looking at my Pinterest profile. And I was like, my God, I've got a lot of horrible images because a lot of those were done early on, 4 years ago. I just never cleaned it out. And I thought it's amazing to watch how successful I've been still with only 1,400, I think, or 1,500 followers on Pinterest. And I'm still selling product from it. And I haven't pinned anything new in, oh my gosh, it has been an extremely long time. So what's so great about Pinterest is it doesn't have to go viral to be successful. And once you've got some really good pins and you get some traffic going, it's just going to continue because the pins don't die like a Facebook post. To increase your sales, you must spend a lot of money on banner ads, solo ads, and pay-per-click. Just not true. Pinterest ads are now available, but they weren't back then. So if I can do it without running ads and be successful, then so can you. So I want to give a review from a previous video, and just in case you missed it, and I just want to touch on quickly the 5 things that you need to be able to profit on Pinterest. This doesn't mean you have to do all 5 things to be successful, but to make money, I believe that these are the minimal 5 things that you need to have. 1, you need to have a website. You need to have a place to be able to drive people from Pinterest to be able to make a purchase. That can be your Shopify, Etsy account, Amazon affiliate, whatever it is, it has to be able to have a purchase. The second one, do a Pinterest business account. So have 2 separate ones. Have a personal to be able to, track the things that you want to purchase and you want to get inspiration on and recipes and things. And then have a Pinterest account that's really dedicated just to your business account. Third is you have to have products and services to offer. So many people want to start a business and they might have a little t-shirt company on the side or basically dabbling in it as a hobby. Just know that if you start spending time on Pinterest and you start pinning and creating, spending all this time creating images, make sure you've got enough products to be able to promote. The fourth one is a landing page so you can build your email autoresponder. And this is just so you can build your client list. You want to make sure that you can stay in touch with people. If you have a new product, you want to be able to send out an email and be able to let them know about it so you can increase your frequent buys from your current clients. And it also helps you capture new clients. The last one is just a free image building software, which I have some awesome resources to be able to share with you that you can create pins where it looks like it came from a graphic designer, but you don't have to be a graphic designer. So those are the 5 things that you really need just to be able to turn a profit on Pinterest. So another recap, because I don't want people to get confused as to why you're on Pinterest. The number one most important thing or challenge to become successful marketing your business on Pinterest is understanding the number one purpose. And that number one purpose is to get the customer to click on your pin and visit your website. So again, I've showed this example before, but this is on my website. It's a launching page. One section in here at the bottom, it does not show, it does capture an email address and a person's name so I can continue to send them autoresponders about my product or just training tutorials to teach them more about Pinterest. On the right-hand side, they're able to download the sample pages. When they click on the download, then it's going to ask for their email, and that's so I can email them the sample pages. Then they get to choose, is this something that I really want to purchase? So let's roll into our 8 strategies to help increase engagement. These are the strategies to get people to focus on your business, look at your pins, and really actually interact. So the number one thing I want you to think about is show your products or even your services in action. So these are the big differences. So it's showing a lifestyle. It's getting you to relate to people. And otherwise, if you just look like at the product, like the pictures at the bottom, basically those you're trying to sell. When you see it on a person or in use, then you tie it into everyday life and how you can actually use it, which is inspiring people to purchase your product. You pictures with text. And let's face it, we're all visual. And vibrant pictures should always be used. This is not a great example of a vibrant picture. I've got more coming. And in other training session, I've got some awesome videos and tutorials of how do you create the perfect image and how do you find those vibrant images. However, whatever image you use, you do want to make sure you get your message out. And so as many of us like to read when we look at a picture, it needs to be little one-liners, something quick and easy to read. A lot of people use Photoshop, but Photoshop typically need to be a graphic designer or maybe a photographer. But there's a lot of other software out there too that you can use as a free resource. And one of them is PicMonkey, which you can go on, you can upload a picture, and then you can add words to it. Again, it's a really simple process, but you want to be careful not to pin pictures that have a copyright also. And always give credit where credit is due just to be able to protect yourself. The third one is on your graphic, it's not just having words, but you also want to have a call to action. So let's face it, sometimes people just need a little encouragement to share or repin your graphics. I encourage that you use a call to action. A call to action is basically asking the viewer to do something with your picture. So you see a lot of this is written in text or a post of a picture description. Like if you agree, comment below, sign up, register, click me. So all those types of things are done on Facebook. Well, the same philosophy applies to Pinterest. A call to action can add 80% more interaction and can increase engagement when done correctly. So in Facebook, you can't have more than, 20% text, which isn't in Pinterest. However, if you put too much text, people aren't going to read it and they're going to miss your message. The fourth one is quotes. Who doesn't love a great quote? It's so motivating. But you can also create these yourself. And again, in another video, I've got some awesome resources that are free to be able to help you put a quote together rather quickly. The fifth one is you want to make sure you're sharing things that's going to help people in their everyday life. And also, it can help support your brand. So checklists or cheat sheets are really helpful. And they're also fun because they can be visually appealing, like this one on the left. And they're also really useful. I've had many people actually write to me and send me a message on Pinterest with Lainey's tour list on the left because they wanted the Word document so they could update it for themselves. Now, I may be addicted to checklists, and I am, because I have to have one to be able to accomplish it every day, but so are a lot of other people. I also like cheat sheets. These can help someone to remember all the details when it comes to setting up something, like setting up a Pinterest profile, or think about a cheat sheet or checklist that would apply to your business. Remember that you want to use pictures, and you also want to write blog articles and relate them so that the pin will link back to your website as well. And maybe that's where you offer the free download. So at the same time, you're capturing their name and their email. The sixth one is videos. And videos are great for Pinterest as well. However, I like to turn my video screenshots into more of an Instagram, an infographic, in which I'll share with you in a minute. But we all know that people are attracted to visuals, but even more when they see action. So a video can be played directly into Pinterest, or you can also use a still video picture like I talked about to drive them to your website where you're actually hosting the video. You can use videos to show how to use your product. It can be an advertisement, a quick commercial. You can also visually show how your product solves your customers' problems. The seventh one is infographics, and I love infographics, and they are so popular on Pinterest, and they really don't work anywhere else. The most important thing to remember is that your pin needs to have its own content when it's possible. You want to make sure it's unique to your brand and your services and your audience. So you now might be thinking that you don't have any money to create infographics, or you don't have the time because you don't have the graphic design skills. We don't even need those. And I know of 5 free infographic websites where you can start, and I have a separate video for that. I go into detail of how you do it. How do you come up with the infographic idea within Profit Pinning itself? So I'm just going to share one of them that you can go to. And this is a very interesting website, but yes, that is correct the way it's written. They have a very simple template that includes graphs and charts. And this one was a simple one for me to slap together really quick, as well as you can upload items and add to it as well. So when you create your own infographic, just be sure include your website for maximum exposure. And that way, when it's repinned, people can go directly to your website if they like what they see as well. The 8th is free, valuable content. If you give people items that help them with their business or help solve their problems, they will continue to come back to you. So both of these graphics have been posted on Facebook with a link to a free download. And now these are Pinterest posts. People are always wanting value. When you give it away for free, they appreciate you and begin to pay closer attention to your brand and what you have to offer them. When multiple videos I've been sharing with you, what are the 4 phases or steps that you really need to understand to be able to master Pinterest for business? So I want to give you a quick review again. The first phase is you need to optimize everything that you have. That's including your profile, your boards, your pins, and that way you can really attract your followers and build it a lot faster.
By optimizing, it means knowing how to set those things up, knowing what to name your pins and your boards to be able to attract more followers. The second one is you want to make sure that you're able to attract them. And so how do you do that? Well, you do it by setting up your images a certain way, doing storytelling, and then having some awesome infographics that really perform well on Pinterest. Phase 3 is connecting. How are you going to connect? Build that relationship. Get them to seek you out and come, get more from you. Well, you do that through your blog articles and your tutorials and your how-tos and helping solve their problems, doing videos, contests, and promotions. So you also connect by offering a variety of different things. Phase 4 is promote. You can promote and continue to grow your brand by building a list, having your email marketing, and launching brand new campaigns. So these 4 things are so simple. However, there's always obstacles, right? They get in our way that slow us down. So what are those obstacles that prevent us from being successful? Well, this is always our enemy, right? The lack of time. I mean, who has time to be able to learn the ins and outs on their own on Pinterest? So that way they can get the sales quicker, because you're going to have to go through trial and error to be able to, and then analyze to determine what did you do wrong. And, a lot of us don't even have the time to do that. The next thing is, spending marketing dollars on pay-per-click and not seeing enough deposits resulted in your bank account. That's spending the money you really don't want to waste. I mean, no one wants to waste money. So if you're going to put money in behind, running ads, you want to make sure that you're going to get your bang for your buck. The third obstacle is knowing the right way to create an image that is going to direct your customer to actually purchase your products and services. We've said 70% of people go to Pinterest to get inspired of what to buy. So how do you inspire them to actually purchase from your Pinterest profile? The last one is, getting lost or not getting enough attention because you feel like the market's saturated and you're not standing out and that you can't get your message heard. So these are majorly 4 obstacles that really prevent us from doing really well, and they apply to Pinterest. But I have been helping hundreds, if not thousands of people to get their start on Pinterest. People that own Shopify accounts, Etsy accounts, they're the jewelry makers. They're the people that create their own training materials like I do. They'll have a local shop. And all of these things you don't have to worry about, because in the program that I've created, I help teach everyone how to do it so they're not wasting their time. Skip, who's a filmmaker, said that there's plenty of great information and I've learned so much. I have been monitoring my results, and the most impressive increase was his viral score, and it jumped up from 31 to almost 100% just in 1 week. Well, that score means that he's getting repinned more. So that's a huge jump from 31 to 97. Kitty, who's a health and beauty coach, says, "Thanks a million, Cheryl, for the expert advice. And it's easy to follow training. She's enjoyed every minute." So one of the things that I really hate is like when everyone wants to learn something new, most of us. If you're an entrepreneur, you're always looking for something new. But training can't be boring. Otherwise, you aren't learning. So thank you, Kitty. So I want to tell you about the program that I have, and it's called Profit Pinning, and it is awesome for beginners. It's going to teach you everything as if you didn't have a Pinterest account or you know nothing about it, to all the way up to advanced training. So no matter where you are in your walk with Pinterest or marketing on Pinterest, there's going to be something for you, and it will definitely take you to the next level. It's set up in an easy to understand step-by-step tutorials. It's going to show you everything within Pinterest. It's also organized like a 25-day challenge. So that way it's going to be easy to track your progress, and you can also work at your own pace. What's great about each day is it only requires 20 minutes a day of any work to do on your end. So as we talked about these 4 phases, this is how profit pinning is set up. It is set up for you to tackle these 4 phases, and you can determine which phase you want to go to first, or you can start from the very beginning of the program. So let me tell you about the different phases. The first one is optimize. You want to optimize your profile to be able to increase your traffic and your sales for your business. So first, You gotta have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're only planning to fail. So we wanna help guide you on how to write a marketing strategy. I coach you through that. I give you the questions that you need to ask yourself. And there's a quick start action guide that you would fill out to help you get results fast. We don't ever wanna waste our time. Ever. So there's going to be some self-evaluations. It's going to help you to decide where do you need to get started based on where you are currently and how you're using Pinterest. We're going to show you how to set up and optimize an official Pinterest business profile. In all of the tutorials, they are step-by-step videos. They make it very simple, and we're going to walk you through and show you exactly how to do it and how not to do it. So phase 2, we've got everything set up. We're ready to optimize. Now, how do we attract your target market and start getting you some paying customers? Well, you're going to have the ability to watch some really creative videos that share ideas on how to create great visual content that gets you noticed. I'm going to share the top strategies to getting your pins to go viral fast, just like it did for Skip, and to get more traffic to your website. There are secrets to building credibility on Pinterest, and there's 13 of them. So I'm going to share exactly what you need to do to get people to trust you on Pinterest. I'm going to share creative and effective ideas for your Pinterest boards that helps you attract more paying customers. There's more than just building your own board. There are 3 or 4 different strategies you can use that most people don't even know about. The last one, I've got so many awesome free resources that's going to help you create those infographics for free, and you'll be able to build it where it's brand specific to you. Phase 3 is you've attracted your audience. How are you going to get them to connect to you and start really paying attention to what you have to offer? Well, you're going to get the top strategies with a basic outline on how to build your email and client list through free marketing strategies. Every level of marketing will be covered. Here's what you do as a beginner. Here's your 25 strategies in the intermediate level, and here's what you do in the advanced. And I also show you how to do each of these in step-by-step tutorials. By following these marketing strategies and knowing all of them and building on them, you'll be able to monetize your products on Pinterest. I'm going to give you a list of your best tools to be able to track and analyze your marketing results, because you have to know what you're doing is working. You want to keep doing those things, and you also have to know what is not working because you don't want to waste your time on those. Running a contest is a really great way to get a lot of attention. So I'm going to teach you the steps to go do that so you can get viral online. Phase 4 is the last one, which how do you continue to promote your business and build your list? Well, we're going to learn a lot of ways to sell your products, even if you don't have an email list. So that's really important. Not everyone knows how to set up an autoresponder. Well, that's okay. You can learn that later, but we can get you selling your products now without that list. We're going to share 8 simple steps to build your list when you get to that point to help increase frequent purchases. So that way your clients that you currently have, they're going to come back and buy more from you. We're going to share 25 ways to be able to make money with your products and services on Pinterest. Also, let's say you got a new product. You created something new, or you got a new jewelry line. Well, we're going to teach you how to launch a new product or how to build a campaign that will explode your bank account. And lastly, we're going to learn the different online softwares that are going to help you analyze those marketing results. But that's not it. So the training is also going to include a milestone tracker. So when you log in to the back office of the training, it's going to show you where you left off. So you can move forward, you can move backwards, but it's going to be able to track the things that you've already completed. To go along with the online milestone tracker, I've got a printable tracker. So this is how you can plan out your days. It's set up as a 25-day challenge. You can see it set up with the different phases. So phase 1, optimize, is 7 days long. Attracting is another 7. And within these, there are also days that are set aside for you to do actual work on Pinterest. So those 20 minutes a day is going to end up averaging out on the days you don't have a video. You're going to be able to spend all your hands-on time in Pinterest. What's really great about the program is as you're going through this, you're building your Pinterest profile as you're going through these 25 days, and you will start seeing results immediately. The step-by-step tutorials, there's going to be an overview of explaining what we're going to do, and it's going to show you how to do it. There are activity downloads for almost every day. So those checklists that I showed you earlier, or cheat sheets, or activities that you need to ask yourself questions and walk yourself through a plan, we provide all of that for you. For every day of training, there is a comment section, and that's going to give you a chance for other members to leave comments of I like this, or how do I do this? So there's a way that you can interact or just leave what your thoughts were about the training for the day. Now, in this training, there's more than 15 hours of videos and work that you'll be able to go through in those 24 hours. And a social media manager, they charge to be able to help build a brand with doing even just one Facebook page, $500 to $2,000 per month, or they're going to charge around $100 per hour. So with Profit Penning providing you more than 15 hours of training, and during that time frame, you're getting results. You're not waiting just to pay a social manager meeting. Profit Penning's training is worth over $1,500. But who in the world has $1,500 to invest in Pinterest? I know that when I got started, I didn't either. So we're definitely not going to be charging $1,500 because that's not fair to anyone. You might as well pay someone else to do it for you, although you would have the month-to-month charges of $1,500. But I want to share more about the program. I think there's bonuses that need to go with that. One is there needs to be an outlet. We've got a private Facebook group with people really get active. They share some of their most popular pins. They share questions about the program, and people will brainstorm with them and help them decide what pins should you pin based on your niche. The second one is you'll get a download, which is a Pinterest marketing ebook. It's going to have step-by-step, how do you do things. So it's basically written down step-by-step that's going to match the tutorials that you get to watch. Bonus 3 is I'm going to give you a download. It's 101 creative Pinterest board names that can work for any industry. The last bonus is the outsider's point of view. That just means if you want me to take a look at your profile one time before you get set up, after you get set up, and give you some feedback, I'm happy to do that. Everyone has access to email to me directly, and all they do is email me their profile and say, hey, take a look, give me your feedback, and I will send you an email back letting you know what I think is working really well and some recommended changes. So these are the 4 bonuses that's going to come on top of the training, that 25-day challenge that you're going to get. So these bonuses and these 4 together are worth over $450. So this is the inside of the entire training. It's going to be set up by phases. You've got your individual tutorials and your 4 bonuses. So the total value, if you add that together, is close to $2,000. But like I said before, that's crazy talk, right? So here's what we want to do. For instead of close to $2,000, we're going to only charge $159. But again, I'm not going to charge that either. But here's why. I have spent my entire life developing online training programs. That's what I've done. That was my full-time job until I decided to venture out and help entrepreneurs. So it is so easy for me to go learn how to do something and put a great program together and get it uploaded to be able to help others. So to me, this just comes naturally. So it's not a lot of work for me, but it would be a lot of work for you. So what I'm going to offer today through this training is I want to give you 50% off that price. So you can get all of these things, the 25-day challenge, the 4 bonuses, you get direct access to me, and your cost is only $79. So for you to purchase right away, just go ahead and click on that link, and it's going to take you directly to there. That page is going to be able to explain every single thing we just talked about. It's going to show you the items that are going to be included, and you can get signed up right away and start getting awesome results with Pinterest. So here's a few testimonials and what we're hearing. So from Liz, she said, before watching my training, I thought I had to hire someone to make cool image pins to promote on my first online product. But way to go on the Pinterest video training. I got a ton of value, and now I have other friends taking the course too. From Dana, who is a coach, I'm loving the Pinterest training. I'm learning what I should have known 4 months ago. Perfect example of someone trying to learn something on their own and wasted too much time. So what are you waiting for? You can get started today, right now, with profit penning. Once you sign up, you'll get a login and you are ready to go. I also offer a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. I do not ask questions if someone's unhappy or they want a refund. So you have nothing to lose. Go ahead, click that link, and let's get started with profit penning and helping you to earn profits on Pinterest today. To watch the entire Pinterest training webinar right now, go ahead and register at webinar.profitpenning.com and choose the best time for you. I want to thank you for being with me today. I really hope you learned a couple things that you can take back to be able to help grow your business on Pinterest. Again, my name is Cheryl Stinchcomb, the creator of Profit Penning and the author of Pinterest for Profits. I look forward to seeing you in our next training video.